Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you guys have never been here before, my name is China, and if you have, once again, welcome back. So before we get started, I do want to go ahead and ask that you guys go ahead and press that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, just so you can be notified every time I post a new video. If you've kind of been here a few times and you like my vibe, please go ahead and press subscribe. It's totally free, so that would be very much appreciated. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so today I'm so excited for this video because this is about a perfume that has been so popular over the last few years, and I have finally gotten my hands on it. Recently I've gotten, more into perfumes and things like that, so I got my hands on it. I was not able to get a full bottle because let me just tell you, first of all, I need to sample these things before I spend that much money on these luxury niche house perfumes or these fragrances. And so I was able to get a pack of samples from the website that I went to, and it was about like 14 euros or something like that, and I was able to get about 4 or 5 samples. So I did not tell you what fragrance I'm talking about, but it is nothing other than, and please, once again, my French, the Maison Francis Courtisan Baccarat Rouge. Okay, so if you have not heard of this fragrance, okay, where have you been? Because I have been hearing about this fragrance like crazy. It's kind of died down a bit more, but it's on a lot of people's still favorite lists, so they love this fragrance. And I want to go ahead and do my review of these fragrances. Once again, I'm not a great smeller, or I'm not a super big frag head. I've recently gotten back into fragrances and things, so I'm still kind of warming up with my nose and my maturity and all that kind of stuff. So don't be too harsh on me in describing these scents and kind of what I feel, but this is going to be my review of them. I did get both the Parfum and the Extrait de Parfum, and I just want to tell you guys that this perfume is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna start with that. So I do want to go ahead and start with the Eau de Parfum. So this is the little sample that I got, and I haven't used too much of this one. I used a bit, but it does come in this little just like 2 ml sample that I got. I really wanted to try out, wear the fragrances, see how they wear on me and things like that, of course, before investing. I think that that's the smartest way you can do it. No matter how much money you have, like, don't just go and just spend money on something like a fragrance, because that's a lot. So, it smells different, and it's different for everybody, on everyone's skin. The longevity, the sillage, all that kind of stuff is different. So just give it some time, get a sample. It'll save you a lot of heartache, okay? So it does say a graphic and highly condensed signature. This Eau de Parfum lays on the skin like an amber floral and woody breeze. The aerial notes of jasmine and the radiance of saffron carry mineral facets of ambergris and woody tones of freshly cut cedar wood. Also available in the Extrait de Parfum and a scented body range. Okay, so this one. Okay, so this one, the first time I actually was sitting in my room and I got these little papers. Oh, where's my papers? Okay, so I got these little papers. I just kind of had index cards. And when I first sprayed this, I did not, it kind of was underwhelming the first moment I sprayed it on the paper, because I have heard so much about this fragrance that when I smelt it, I just knew that it was going to be mind-blowing. And when I smelt it, I didn't really smell any. It was so light. It was so light that I couldn't even smell anything the first time. And I can smell it now, and it smells amazing. This is so good. First time I smelt it, I couldn't really smell anything. And I don't know if that's because I had ordered a few of his perfumes and I had sniffed a few before I got to this one, or I don't know, but the first time I just couldn't really smell it. But it was something about when I did get a whiff of it, it was so light, but when I did get a whiff, it was like addicting. Like I would smell it, and then when I caught a whiff of the actual scent, I would just be like, like I was literally sniffing the paper because I was trying to find that scent again. And so I was like, okay, there is something here. It's just so light on the paper. I don't know why it didn't just hit me in the face. Okay, so that was with this one. If you have never, this scent is very hard to describe. It smells very sweet to me. It smells, but it really is hard to describe. I've heard people say that the scent is hard to describe, but it really is like hard to describe. All I know is that I know that the jasmine in it, there's just sweetness to it that I felt like there was so much more of something in it, like vanilla and things like that. And I will get to the notes. I'm gonna go ahead and look up the notes because I did forget to write those down. But this, when I got a whiff of it, it was like addicting. It was an addicting scent. And I sprayed it for my fiance and he had the exact same reaction. He could barely smell it. But when he smelt it, he literally leaned back and put his head into the card because he's just like, what is that? Like I smell it, but I don't smell it and it smells so good. So it's addicting. It's an addicting fragrance. Okay. So this Parfum is, it's so good. I will get the note. It says that it's a floral fragrance. It does say that the top notes, and I'm looking on Fragrantica. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty solid site for notes. But anyone correct me if I'm wrong, and if you can send me somewhere else that'll, give me better to look up all these fragrances. I'm sure I can just go to the website. But anyways, it says top notes is saffron and jasmine, and I love jasmine. The middle notes are amberwood and ambergris, and then the base notes are fir resin and cedar. So when I smelled this, guys, like I didn't understand floral. Like when I smelled this, it smelled so sweet to me. It smelled so sweet to me. Now it smells sweet. Like I said in the beginning, I definitely it was so hard to smell. So I do want to say about that one, it smells so good because I've worn it. I've only worn the initial Parfum. Where is that thing? Oh, where is it? No, did I lose it? Okay, here it is. See, I'm going crazy. I haven't worn this one as much as I've worn the Extrait. Okay, guys, the Extrait, guys, the Extrait. I have heard people talking about whether the Extrait or the regular Parfum, Eau de Parfum, is better. And I have got to say, guys, I'm trying to save it. I'm trying to save it because this one I believe is better. Like I've had maybe 1 or 2 days where I've mixed them, where I've put both of them on just because the Parfum to me is lighter. But this one, the Extrait is, to me, when I sprayed it on the paper, I did smell this one more. This one, I immediately, I smelt on the paper. I did smell this one more. It was still kind of light, but I smelled this one a lot more. And then I sprayed it in the air because I smelt it and I was like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells like maybe a sweeter, creamier version of the Eau de Parfum. So when I sprayed this one, it just, something smelt so deep in this one. It's deeper, it's creamier. And when I wore it on my skin, I will tell you the first time I wore it on my skin, it almost, like as the day went along, it definitely smelt sweet. I started to get more sweet. Like it started to smell on my skin. It started to smell just crazy sweet. like, but not in a bad way. It just was like, oh my God, I feel like I can feel how sweet this is. I can taste how sweet this is. And I mean, I got compliments on it. I mean, people talk a lot about, you know, still getting compliments and everything like that. I don't feel like people really get as much just because we have to wear masks and things like that. But this one has amazing sillage. Like you can smell it. Like everywhere I moved, I can still smell it. I could smell it through my mask and things. But when I actually got picked up from the airport, I had family that commented on it and said that it smelled really good. So they did smell it when they didn't have their mask on around me, and they thought it smelled really, really nice. Once again, my fiance really loved this one as well. I think this one for both of us was the best, just because it smelt deeper. It smelt creamier, and on my skin it smelt just sweeter. Yeah, that's the best that I can do, because it really is a hard fragrance to describe. And looking at the notes and me not being as well versed in the notes, I just was amazed that that's what was in it, because it smells like there has to be something really sweet in here. And I don't know if that's one of the floral notes that is doing that. I'm really not sure, or if there is more in here. I don't know, but it smells very sweet, and it smells very sweet on my skin. But it still smells soft. You know, it's not overpowering. It's not sickening. It's because I've had fragrances that are like vanilla and sugar and just like all these things that are like, to me, too sweet. And this one did get really sweet on my skin. I did have moments of like, oh, wow, that's sweet. Like it got where I could taste it sweet, just like I had lots of sweet and stuff. But no, this one definitely was the winner. Both of them smell amazing, okay? I know that now, especially years later, this fragrance became so hyped up and things that people are saying like it's not original and things like that, and it has so many dupes. But my rationale is, if something has so many dupes, that means that is an original fragrance. Like after that one came out, then you had other things coming out that I have researched and, you know, seen videos that are dupes to that. That doesn't make the original fragrance, to me, unoriginal. That makes it original because people love it so much, and it's so different, and it's so uncommon. It was so like great that people decided to make dupes of it. So it's not because it's unoriginal, because no one would care to make dupes of it. So this is definitely one that's on my wish list. The Extrait de Perfume is on my wish list because I feel like I could, even though I love both of them, I think the Extrait is better. You know, I just think that it's better. Like that's the one that I pick up and want to put on my skin instantly. So, I'm trying to hold on to my little samples and keep them for as long as possible. But if anything, I kind of like to wear, I haven't worn the regular Parfum by itself. I only put that kind of like on top of the Extrait, just because I'm like, I don't know, I just love the Extrait. I have both. That's just the one that I tend to gravitate to. But you guys just let me know. I've heard so many different things, but you guys let me know. If you have this perfume, do you prefer the Extrait, or do you prefer the just regular Parfum? If you hate this perfume, I want to know that down below as well, because please tell me, like, if you hate this, if you love this, if you've ever smelt it, if you want to smell it. Once again, you really can go to the website, the Maison Courtisan website, and you can order samples so that you can play around with those and wear them on your skin and see how they feel to you throughout days and everything, and then decide if that's a purchase that you want to fork out. I am going to stick to my samples for right now until I get to a point where I'm willing to pay for that. But I love this scent. I love this scent, and I think it is worth getting one of these scents. If the Extrait is maybe a little bit too deep or too sweet for you, then I definitely would say go with the Perfume. But for me personally, it is the Extrait all day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is, you know, everything is opinions, but let me know down below if there's any other fragrances that you'd like to see me try out, or if you guys have any suggestions, or you know, just let me know. I'd love to hear it down in the comments. Also, once again, before you go, please go ahead and press that subscribe button down below, as well as the notification bell, so you can be notified every time I post a new video, and I will see you soon. Bye.